No,
Good afternoon, everyone.
nope, still muted. Sure not. Okay,
Good afternoon, everyone. I'd like to call a special meeting in order right now, 3:13 p.m. Monday, January 4th, 2021. Roll call, please.
okay, Mayor Ta,
Here.
Vice Mayor Charlie Nguyen is currently absent. Okay. Councilmember Doe,
Here.
Councilmember Ho. Here. And Councilmember Monzo.
Here.
Okay, members are all present except for Vice Mayor Nguyen.
All right. Next, we have oral communication.
Okay, at this time, oral communications is on subjects just on the agenda. If you'd like to speak, please raise your hand. Okay, first speaker is Terry Rains.
Good afternoon, Terry Rains, Westminster. I believe today's meeting is for council to discuss the city manager recruitment process and to set a date or dates to conduct interviews. The city would not say how many candidates are going to be interviewed, but I hope it is many. Each council member was able to select 5 candidates they wanted to interview. Depending on how many of those selected overlap, that could mean interviewing 5 to 25 candidates. This is a critical decision this council has to make, and it must be taken seriously by all. What do you not want in a city manager? You do not want a yes man or woman. That is the last thing the city needs. And you also do not want someone who is reactive instead of proactive. And you certainly do not want someone who is beholden to any current council members. The hiring of a city manager must not be political. What do you want in a city manager? Someone with a proven successful career in public administration, preferably as a city manager or city administrator in a city similar to the size of Westminster, or as an assistant city manager or assistant city administrator in a sizable city for a significant period of time. This qualification is non-negotiable, and their recent experience must be in public sector management. They should have strong verifiable references from all public agencies that they've worked for. Ideally, they should have a master's degree in public education, public administration, or similar. They must be diplomatic with excellent communication skills. The ability to listen to the community is paramount. A professional city manager will be able to have a positive working relationship with all of the council members, regardless of personality, philosophy, or positions on specific issues. They need to be able to tell the city council what they don't want to hear when necessary. They should be confident but not arrogant, someone with a proven ability to handle difficult situations easily and effectively, including sensitive personnel issues. Some questions you might consider asking include, please elaborate on your public administration management experience, including significant accomplishments as well as challenges faced. Please elaborate on your relative education. How would you describe your management style? Be specific. How do you view local politics and how it affects the job of city manager? Listen carefully to the answer on that one. Describe how you view the relationship between the city council as a body or individual council members and the city manager. What can a city government do in time of economic downturn, declining revenue, but with a desire to provide consistent levels of service? What is your approach to creating and managing a budget? Please give examples of ways you have personally saved a city money as the city manager. How do you resolve conflict? Please give at least one example. How do you approach difficult personnel issues such as underperforming staff or employee complaints? Westminster is a diverse city. What do you know about the city's residents and businesses? Excuse me. What are your thoughts on attracting new businesses and development into our city? What do you see as the top 3 threats and opportunities facing our city right now? How do you stay current on the constantly evolving field of city management? Why do you want to be city manager for the city of Westminster? And what are the top 3 things you would focus on immediately after being hired? Since there is no professional recruiter facilitating this process, I am curious as to how these interviews will go. Will each council member be able to ask their own questions? Are questions being prepared in advance, and if so, by whom? I sincerely hope the interview environment will be an open one where every council member is thoroughly engaged and participation is encouraged by all. Once again, I'm going to remind Mayor Ta, Vice Mayor Nguyen, and Councilwoman Ho that you cannot use race or political favors as a factor to hire or to not hire someone. It is against the law. You also cannot push someone through because they are your friend who will further your personal agendas. You must hire the best qualified person for the job, period. I would be happy to provide a hard copy of these comments to you for reference. This is a critical time for our city. This decision will either make us or break us. You three have already shown us how you select the best candidate, race over qualifications. All you cared about was having the first Vietnamese American city manager and someone you could control and manipulate. I don't care what ethnicity someone is, as long as they are the most qualified for the job and have been fully vetted. The residents, businesses, and employees in this city deserve only the best, and we will accept nothing less. And I'd like to know if the city attorney can indicate whether or not they expect there'll be a report out of this closed session. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. The next speaker is Jody Boyd.
Hi, good evening, everybody. This is Jody, and I'm calling in this evening to extend my thoughts, my prayers, my hope, and support to each one of you as you move through this process to interview and select a well-qualified and accomplished city manager. There should not be any cronyism, politics, or someone who has served as a Westminster City Council member involved in this process or being selected. This process and the final selection should be based solely on proven education and experience as a city manager, as well as solid accomplishments and a vision. That's all I have to say. And also, I'd really like to send my condolences out to Kimberly and to Charlie. Thank you.
All right, thank you. I have no further speakers. Just wanted to let the record reflect that Vice Mayor Nguyen entered at 3:18 p.m.
All right, so we don't have any other speaker, am I right?
That's correct. So at this time, what will happen is the council will go into closed session.
City attorney?
Yeah, we'll go to closed session at this point in time regarding the personnel matter, and we do anticipate a report out of closed session at the conclusion of the meeting.
Let me